The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast. All right, we good then. Hey. I'm talking to like I talked to Lil Easy, like my daughter.
Hey.
All you say is hey to babies just to get their attention. Hey. They think their name is Hey. So I got to remember to call her actual name and her nicknames all the time just to try to get her used to hearing it. It's fun though, man. She grown. She a grown 1 month old.
Man, super grown. She was talking back earlier.
Yeah. In her baby language. I'm glad my dad ain't here no more because, you know, he speak Igbo. So imagine growing up in a house where it's 2-3 different languages going on. The baby gibberish is off the chain. They trying to speak 2-3 different languages and don't know it. So you don't know what the hell they be saying. It be crazy. I'm glad he was only here for a few days. Shout out to my folks, man.
Shout out.
They came here. Oh, I also we got a comment. We say shout out way too damn much.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I was like, we do.
That'd be me.
So what we gonna do? We gonna figure out a way to come up with our own terminology, and we gonna make that shit go. We got to. We gonna
big ups to the. You know what I'm saying? You start saying shit from the '90s. Big ups to the.
Hey, one time for the
congregation. Nigga, did you send the collection plate around that way?
Man, adulation for the homie. I might say adulation, man. That's what we gonna just up the vocabulary in this thing.
For real, start salutations to my peoples and start saying words like salutations and greetings. Salutations and greetings to my peoples. This is the Streets A&R Podcast.
Don't say that because then they gonna be thinking we the Grand Rising people.
Grand
Rising.
Hey, I'll be on there with the fake conscious people talking about Grand Rising. Hey, they do be toxic. Trust me, I know because I be the one talking about Good Morning Queen. I'm toxic. That shit. Hey, them people who be Good Morning King and Queen. Watch out for them people, bruh.
They just buttering you up.
You know
what I'm saying? Make you rise like a biscuit.
Grand Rising. Hey, that's the only Grand Rising I want to see is a Grand Biscuit Rising.
See that Halloween costume?
I haven't.
I'm going to show you off the air.
Okay.
Talking about Grand Rising. He like dressed up as a biscuit, but he got like the kufi on and like the ankh on. So
he a conscious biscuit.
Grand Rising. Hey, man. Hey, man. Welcome today. We out here, Streets A&R Podcast.
Man.
By the time this drop, this will be going towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, so, you know, we doing this thing on music commentary, the culture, and this thing begins and ends with the music. So we would be remiss not to talk about the music of this year. In a year where we kind of came off of heavy COVID year into a year where we were believing things were opening up and ending exactly how we ended last year. With this new Omarion.
Shout out to Omarion.
Salutations
to Omarion and greetings.
You know, that Omicron, man. You know, we just working our way down the Greek alphabet. Soon or later, we're going to be on alpha variant. So, we'll see. But, you know, with everything going on, people still finding a way to create. And it's up to us to find a way to support if we can. And there was a lot of time, a lot of thoughtfulness, and a lot of lyrics this year, both hip hop and other genres. A lot of people were thinking and putting their feelings in what happened. It was a lot. You could tell last year and this year was a time of reflection, and it was for music. It's the best. And even for them, it was, you know, people often talk about being a writer or an artist that's cathartic. People get to express themselves and get that shit off their chest, get it out their head, you know, and we get to see that a lot of times, even though the music this year kind of taking it back towards some of the outdoors, we outside type of stuff, but there was a lot of dope music. And even some of our big wigs came through.
Yeah, it was a lot of reflective music too. A lot of legends came back through making music too.
And we actually saw a good number of collaborations, people bringing people back on And part of that just due to the nature of when the pandemic started with Versus, bro. Versus did, little do they know, they kind of revived, hip hop and everything that's around hip hop, as far as even other genres, R&B, neo soul. But they really it was for hip hop culturally, not just the music, hip hop culturally, and revived the people and reminded people that, artists have a major job at hand. All types of artists, not just music, but artists have a job. They kind of make sure that everybody's okay at their own expense. At their own expense, to their own benefit. That's what happens. At their own expense, to their own benefit. But it really proved that, this stuff is important. So before we even get through the end of this year, we gotta give, for some reason people love ranking and lists.
Shout out to the people that love the list. Salutations to the people that love the list.
For those who don't know, we definitely heard y'all. We say shout out a whole damn bunch.
Shout out.
So, shout out to the people who said we say shout out too much. And thanks for giving us a shout out.
Yes, sir.
But we gonna find some new words. We love words. If you haven't noticed so far, we got some shit in the bank in these heads. We just two common folk.
Yes, sir.
But we learned a little bit.
I mean, shit, I like to read.
That man, don't tell him, but yes, black men read.
Yes, black men read. Shit, we be out here reading, man. But not only do we read, we apply. So I think that's the most important thing, man. So if y'all looking for some inspirational quotes, some motivational quotes, just some historic quotes, man, go check me out on Yes, Black Men Read, man. We trying to change the narrative. I had an elder who told me before that the most dangerous black man in America is not one with a gun, it's one with a book. So with that being in mind, man, let's get the minds up, man. Let's get that knowledge up, man.
Right. And the one thing we don't do in our culture, we don't actually classify our artists as poets, as writers. They are writers. It felt good to see Kendrick win, was it Pulitzer for writing? It felt good. It's an ode to not just a skill set. This is not just a hobby. This is thoughtful pen to paper. This is articulate expression. And that's all it's ever been. Once we got from the very beginning of just making people dance, when the MCs started telling their story, it's always been about, these are some of our greatest, most prolific writers in the world. This is why people gravitate to it and don't even know it.
Yes.
Prolific writers, storytellers, and even some of our people, which we might have, like Kendrick is one of my favorite because I tell people he's theater to the ears. And people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, when I hear his songs, how he orchestrates his songs, the tones he uses, the sound effects in his music, how he chooses to express and goes into character, it's literal theater. And you just hearing it instead of seeing it. And we'll have a day where we dive in the dot.
Yes, sir.
But those artists, and he's one of the very, very few that do that. Even our greats don't do the theater of it. They are very eloquent and can express themselves with words, but the theater of it, he pays attention. It's like he's trying to pay attention with just the sounds. You don't need nothing but your imagination, and you see the scene. So, I'm glad people like that are getting credit for what they pen, and they're intentional on how they do it.
And like you said, we gotta respect them for the creators that they are. A lot of times we say rapper, we say musician, we say hip hop, but we don't use the word interdisciplinarian. And a lot of us is interdisciplinarians. You get what I'm saying? We understand psychology, sociology, history, and we use art forms to transmutate our stories. And I think that that's something that we got to get back to, is understanding the value of the spoken word.
Right. And in that spirit today, we are going to highlight some of those people.
Yes, sir.
Of all styles of hip hop too. Now I tasked myself with coming up with 10 albums on just hip hop side and 10 albums on non-hip hop, non-rap. And I do that because I'm naturally more inclined to hip hop and stuff, but I listen to a lot of other stuff. And I needed to make sure I separate those lists and try not to bump them up against each other because things need to be highlighted where they need to be highlighted. And sometimes, truth be told, the non-hip hop albums as a body of work are better than a lot of these hip hop albums.
Very true.
And there's specific reasons why, because that industry is not as mainstream anymore to where they don't have to worry about the pressures of making a radio hit. They get to express themselves and be fully creative. I forgot one. I'm going to get them on here, but don't.
Man, add them to the list, man. I mean,
add them, so we good.
I think that's the important thing, man. Is just making sure that, you know, and somebody gonna get missed. Somebody gonna get missed out there. This ain't the end all be all of list. This is not the best albums of 2021. These is my favorite projects of 2021. I know I'm speaking for myself.
You speaking for both of us.
Yes, sir.
Because I was not going to get on and say, this the best. I'm like, hey, man, this is stuff that now a lot of it is dope. Don't get it twisted. But these are the ones that I truly felt grasped me the most. These are the ones that really resonated with me. I feel like really resonate with the culture and the people on different waves, though. It depends on where you at and what you were trying to do. And I think these really did the job. And a lot of these, and again, remember our name, we're Streets A&R.
Yes, sir. Streets A&R Podcast.
We are not no such and such F10 la 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 FM radio. We are not Spotify. You can find us on there.
Yes,
we are
sir.
not Spotify. We are not Pandora. We are not Apple.
We're not Deezer.
We're not Deezer.
We ain't none of that
We're
stuff.
not Bandcamp, even though they need to call us.
Shout out to Bandcamp.
We are not any of these labels. We are not any of these video games. We are not any of these phone companies. We are consumers and more than that, contributors and lovers of this music. And our lists reflect the things that resonated with us the most. And we only hope that if they resonated with you as well. And then if you haven't heard it, you at least take some heed to what we're saying and like just go check it out and see for yourself. Again, we are here to talk about the things in our culture that typically get missed. That includes the artists that are not A-list artists yet.
And that includes love, man. I mean, that's one thing that get missed in the community too is love. And for me, man, sharing music is a love language.
Man.
It ain't nothing like discovering new music, new talent, a new song that speaks to your heart, the things that you're going through. So shout out to everybody out there that's helping discover new music and getting people these platforms, man, to bring awareness to their art and creativity.
Yep. And for my young fellas, if you want to run game on a young lady, first of all, you need to branch out at the concerts. Go to many concerts and not just the hood trap rappers. Go to the others. That's where the women are.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, you want to run game, I'm going to call it game, but you want to fancy a young lady, talk to her about music. When she knows your musical taste is a bit not mainstream, she'll be intrigued. If hers is that way. And it just opens you up. The music itself opens you up, but I promise you. Sorry, hey, fellas, believe me. I remember, before we get to our list,
Yes,
one
sir.
of my favorite concerts, let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
I was in Anaheim, California.
Okay.
I think 2000, was that last year? 2019. We didn't have it last year or this year, 2019. Went to Anaheim. I was there for a science conference.
Okay.
Huge science conference. You're talking literally 14,000 undergrad students, another 900 graduate students, 850 schools, universities, jobs looking for scientists. I'll be there. I'm in public health and social sciences. Yes, I got degrees.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
But we took some students. They went to go compete. I always go, I chaperone these grown-ups, so my chaperoning is a lot different, which means I make sure they get there. I give them 2 rules. Is it even 2? Yeah, 2 rules. Make sure you get on the flight back, and if you go to jail, you let me know and let a parent know. I'm not bailing you out, but let me know. Right? Them my 2 rules. y'all are adults, fully fledged adults. So I go there. Anytime I go out of town, especially when I go to this particular conference, I think I've been to a concert every year but one. Every year but the first one. And I've been to Indianapolis, Seattle, San Antonio, Anaheim. I might be missing a place, but I think I've been to a concert everywhere.
So they changed the science location every year?
Every year it's a different location, and it's extremely cool just to watch the students and their posters and stuff. That's something y'all should do. Go to conferences. I'm going to do a whole show on why a conference is the best place to meet women. But that's a different show.
No, I love that. Networking, man. Networking. You know, when you first was talking about the story of Anaheim and going to concerts and everything, it made me think about something that we used to do back in the day. Especially when you talk about like introducing women to music. I know you remember making them mix CDs, bro. I know you remember making them custom mix CDs with like a little 15, 17 track list on there.
Cutting them things straight off the radio,
Man.
bro. Just love tapes. Like
Straight off the radio. I know y'all remember Napster.
LimeWire.
LimeWire, FrostWire.
Man, we got hit though. One of my homies got hit on LimeWire. Really got that $3,000 fine.
Wow.
Real talk.
Man.
They hit the colleges hard, bro.
Man.
But yeah. We was doing that. Like, yeah, check this tape. I make this tape for you.
Yeah,
I make this tape.
So that's how you really get in there. Create a playlist, brothers.
Listen.
Make a playlist.
Send it to her.
Send her that playlist.
Show your depths. But we was in Anaheim. There's two things I went to. One was while in Anaheim, I went to L.A., met up with the homie, one of the homegirls who went to school out here, and we went to an art exhibit called 29 Rooms. The art exhibit was all women, and there was 29 different exhibits in this particular thing, and it was super, super dope, bro. I had to talk about my art escapades and like getting into that. That's a separate convo. I went there. The second thing I did, I told you I go to a concert everywhere, girl. I looked one up. Guess who was in town? One of my Nigerian brothers, Jadena. I said, "Oh, I like Jadena's here. Let me make sure I'm dressed appropriately."
Classic, man.
Listen, even though he's shifted his look, he don't do those suits anymore. He's still extremely fashionable. He's intentional by using black artists and black designers. And I kid you not, I knew what was going to happen. I always have my favorite little outfit that I wear. I got a favorite outfit and a favorite fragrance I wear that's super cheap. I get it from my little black bookstore. The fragrance in the bookstore in Omaha is called Kush. Boy, it goes well with my skin. But I'm telling you, so I'm like, I'm going to concerts. The students didn't want to go to this one. Like, cool, I'm dressed up. I kid you not. Everybody except for a few people, they was on the sidelines dressed to the nines. This is a Jadena concert. And at a Jadena concert, I don't know if y'all know, but Jadena's a good-looking guy. He makes great music, so there's naturally going to be a whole lot of other people in there. 90%. And now, I got my lady. I'm cool. But it still feel good to be around a whole lot of beautiful women dressed
90%.
up. 90%.
90%.
You good just by being there.
Yes, sir.
And they already know. He got taste. And then they look at how you dress. Oh, he got taste. So, listen, that was one of the dopest concerts. My boy Jadena puts on a show. But I'm telling you, fellas, real concerts and what they call conferences. I don't know.
Hey, look, he started thinking about everything else. He started thinking about that 90% he missed out on. Look at him.
But baby, well, boy. And conferences, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the conference, I get to go to concerts, as an addition. I'll pay it out of my own pocket. School don't pay for that, but it's cool. And when you're into music and you start branching and looking, you meet the most interesting people. This is one of the few things you can meet different people at. Very few times you branch outside of what you know. Very few. Most of us, we tend to what we know. So a concert kind of brings you to people who you never would even think to meet or talk to. And if you in that space and you open, you meet some really dope people. I met people I literally keep up with. Even from that concert, I keep up with them a little bit, exchange Instagrams and stuff, and they be like, y'all good? Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know if I'm ever back out there. I don't know. So it's good to meet people and make connections, and you never know what people really into. They start reading, oh, you into this? I know somebody. Boom, it's connections. You know what I'm saying?
That's networking.
Networking. You don't got to be at a strict networking event to network. That's not where most of it's done, not the genuine stuff. So the people want to see people as themselves and be genuine about the things they love and expression. So I'm telling you, that was dope, man. So music does this. So we're going to get right to our street heat for the day, and we're going to talk about these lists.
Okay.
Now, I know I'm like the music guy. Johnny just informed us. He's like, bro, I don't be.
Man, shout out to Johnny for being Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself a shout out since y'all said we say shout out too much. But yeah, I got three. I got three in the honorable mention. When I get into my zones of creation, I don't like to listen to too many outside influences. So I haven't had a chance to listen to too much music. So I got three for y'all in the honorable mention.
Right. So, and again, I got two separate lists. One is my non-hip-hop list, and one is my hip-hop list. The hip-hop list is extremely hard because I, as a person, I listen to a lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff. And that's just my job. Whether you say as a DJ, as a music lover, I listen to a lot. So I'm in the weeds with finding artists, finding just what sounds good. So my list, I promise you, like I said earlier, we ain't these big companies. I'm going to give you what I feel is my favorites of the year. They were made this year, and I'm telling you, I'm missing something because I just didn't even get to go through my whole list of purchased music. But this is gonna be my top 10. I'm gonna mention 5 before my top 10 in hip hop. There's like honorable mentions just to get them out, and there's some rationale, but we gonna get to it. And I'm gonna start with my non-hip hop list. And then we're going to go to Johnny for his 3 in a possible, his decent spades.
Hey, I'm a horrible spades partner. Yeah, I got 3 in a possible.
If you a partner, you good. That 3 in a possible might get you. I might have 5 to, you know what I'm saying? We good. We play it right. So we going to do that. Then I'm going to end it with my top 10. And I already told the young God, his one is my one. So we was on the same. He's a creator, so he wasn't listening to him a lot. He on his own journey. Man, we gonna let him talk about that at the end.
Yes, sir.
So he doing his thing right now. So I'm gonna start with my top 10, and I'm gonna give an honorable mention out of my group before I get to the 10.
Okay.
'Cause I had forgot one. I'm gonna start my honorable mention. That's gonna go to the group called Jungle. Loving in Stereo.
I've never heard of Jungle.
Jungle is a vibe. And the reason they're honorable mention, honestly, I did not get to really indulge in that album like I wanted to. I have so much I was listening to, I almost forgot. And but Jungle is my honorable. Now I'm going to go to my number 10. And my number 10, y'all going to hate me. I'm sorry, ladies. My number 10, it's in my top 10, is Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels. Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels.
Look at me. I want to say shout out, but I'm feeling self-conscious right now. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, Jasmine. Her skin tone is the most magnificent skin tone. It's a glow about it.
Start looking up pictures of
Young
Jasmine
God
Sullivan.
is going the young God getting on the screen.
Yeah, Young God, he got to go look and see. Young God ain't playing.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all fund us so we can get us a screen that's facing us too, so we can see what Young God see. But he gonna do that. So number 10 is Jasmine Sullivan, Hotels. Number 9 is the one. I'm gonna make that the one that I forgot. Nope, no, I'm not, because it was hard. I loved it. Number 9 for me is going to be Little Dragon. New Me, Same Us.
Shout out Little Dragon.
Little Dragon, New Me, Same Us. Little Dragon is my wife's favorite, one of her favorite groups. I don't even remember where they're from. They're from somewhere over there. But Little Dragon is very cool.
Man, they go hard.
I got the poster in here in this room. I got their signed poster. They came to Omaha and did a show. So I really vibe with Lil Dragon too. Like, she put me on.
Man, and the music, man, it mean a whole lot. Like, I haven't listened to a lot of Lil Dragon, but it remind me back of last year. And Lil Dragon kind of helped transition y'all through a very tough time.
Yep. Yep. So she was definitely playing that to get her through when we was at the hospital. So shout out to Lil Dragon, man. Y'all, my number 9. My number 8. I got Shelly, aka Drum.
Mm.
And the album is called Shelly, aka Drum.
Mm.
This is like his rebrand album where he came back out as himself. He no longer really trying to drop the moniker of Drum, but now I ain't gonna lie, Shelly, he makes dope music. Is he the best vocalist? No, but I played you a song, and the songs are just good. And he's one of those that he made love songs this year. And a lot of people, I remember my friend made a post about not knowing who's making actual love songs. And Shelly Drum is making them. So shouts to Shelly, man. He's my number 8. Number 7 for me on this list. This is the one I almost forgot. I put him up to 7. He wasn't going to 10. This is my guy, Full Crate. And in all honesty, I didn't finish writing it down. Bless my heart. That is one of the most waviest projects. I was like, in all honesty, by Full Crate.
It's crazy. You dropping a lot of names of people I've never even heard of before.
I tell you, I'll be in the weeds. And this is somebody I learned about a long time ago. I think he had a song with Eric Roberson a while ago, years ago. And I'd seen him pop up on one of the music apps. I said, oh, he got a project out. I was like, oh, this is really good. So Full Crate is my number 7. And number 6 is one of my favorite groups. I really like this album. I love some of the other ones. I really like this album. Hiatus Coyote. I'm telling you, I'm in my music bag.
You in your bag, bro. Like literally, I can't even commentate too much because I don't even know these people. Like, I think the only name that you done said that I know is Jasmine Sullivan and Lil Dragons, bro.
Wait to the top of the list. You're going to be like, what? But Hiatus Coyote, Move Valiant. They are one of the, if you are a producer and you're a producer who likes soul chops and likes to take please do yourself a favor and get some Hiatus Coyote. You will be like, in one song, you're going to hear about 6 beats that you can get. In one song, every track. Because they flip the beats, they change them up a lot. The way their instrumentation is crazy. They're kind of a fusion of soul, funk, other, eclectic. It's all over the map. All over the map. But they are dope. If you listen to Knife Wonder, they send him the masters, and Knife Wonder, he has rights to, chop and reproduce their stuff, get some soul to it. So if you listen to Rhapsody and stuff, you've heard some of their sample. He samples them. That's how dope. Knife Wonder samples Hiatus Coyote. So get you some Hiatus Coyote in your life. That's number 6. We at 5. 5 is the lady we talked about last week.
Okay.
Our girl Cleo Soul.
Man, shout out Cleo Soul.
Cleo Soul. Her album Mother. And that one hit, but I'm a father now. And just listen to the Mother, and the intro songs are so soothing. And then they get groovy in the middle of the album. But Cleo makes extremely great music. Please get some Cleo Soul in your soul.
Man, I got to check out the Mother project. You literally like the 3rd or 4th person to tell me about it. What was the one that the Rose in the Dark?
Yeah, Rose in the
So
Dark.
that Rose in the Dark project, I was really vibing with that. So you literally like the 3rd or 4th person to say something about the Mother project.
Yep. I'm trying, man. Number 4. Man, I'm overseas again. Number 4 for me. I found this group from one of our favorite young lady MCs, Little Sims, a couple years ago.
Shout out to Little Sims.
And this album, this group is called Salt with a U, so SAULT. They have a project called 9, and they are just dope. All of their projects are dope. They have one, I believe, 5. They have a 7. They have 2 untitled projects that I have all of them, and then they have 9 this year. They are extremely talented, and they're even in a process of even reaching back and using a lot of sounds from drums and stuff from like Africa and different places, West African drumming, and it's just cool that they infuse it in their music. They are dope. Salt is extremely dope. So we on to our top 3. Number 3, again, I'm still in the UK. Now this number 3 is I think this is my top R&B album of the year. Because the other 2 I don't think they don't count as R&B to me. But the top R&B, number 3 on my list is by Children of Zeus, and it's called Balance. Children of Zeus is a duo out of the UK. They kind of rap. There's a singer and an MC. And this but when I tell you, I was like, yo, R&B is back. When I heard Balance, I was like, yo, R&B here. Their albums are dope, but do yourself a favor. Support Children of Zeus. That's one of those groups. They can also hear a lot of the old neo soul influence in their music. They really tap into the old style. You'll hear a song on there that sounds like Tony. You'll hear a song that's like some real neo soul stuff that they need to go get some features with. I'm telling you, bro, like Children of Zeus Balance is super dope. It gave me that R&B feel, that real R&B feel. It really gave me that. And I'm not an R&B person. I'm a soul person. But that gave me, I'm like, yo, this is classic R&B music.
Classic R&B, man. Shout out to the classic R&B.
Man. And then we down to my top 2. And I was struggling. But number 2 is on my list. This is a group that I found on Bandcamp. I think I may have sampled one track before the album dropped. Said I'm going to put them on my wish list so I can be reminded. I actually forgot. Not funny story, but just a story. I forgot. I was on Twitter and I seen Rory and Mal. They said they went to a concert. And they said, they's like, we just bought tickets. And he's like, I went to this concert Rory did. He's like, it's this group called Black Odyssey. He's like, excuse me. Man, it was the one of the dopest concerts he's ever been to. I said, Black Odyssey, and that sounds extremely familiar. Don't I got that? I went, sitting in my wish list. I was like, man, because I had it saved. I can timestamp this stuff. It was saved in my phone. So I went and gone and purchased it, bro. I kid you not. They are these. Remember we talking about who seniored who fathered who. They're like Bilal mixed with D'Angelo. So and extremely musical. And when you hear the project, you want to see them live. When you hear that project, you like, just by how the songs are orchestrated, you like,
the name of the project?
Is the name of the project is called Black Vintage. It's just BLK Vintage. So even their name is BLK, then ODSY, something like that. I'm going to get it right. But it's Black Odyssey.
Okay.
BLK, and then start spelling out Odyssey. I'm sorry, y'all. I mess with y'all. Come to Omaha. Hey, Black Odyssey, Black Vintage. It's super dope. And then my number 1 on my non-hip hop list is I call her the evil twin of Journey Smollett. Because she looked just like Journey, but a bunch of tattoos on her face.
Wow.
Her name is Green T Pang. Not T-Pain. T-Pang, P-E-N-G, Green T Pang. So Green T Pang. Her album is called Man Made. She is a little bit of like reggae mixed with soul and funk. And her project was just extremely well done. Track after track. It's hard to skip any. And it's just really good music and musicianship in that project. Some of the best I heard this year, obviously.
I'm going to have to check her out. I'm looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
I like the vibe.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she is super dope. And I don't know, she had a little performance too. And I watched that. I'm like, yeah, this is fire. So that's Green T Pang as my number 1, man, of non-hip hop artists. So if you don't know these artists, some of them a couple, let me see. Well, one I didn't know before this year. And one, I just found out a couple. I found out last year, and like it's a rolling process. So, check them out. Tell me if what you think on your non-hip hop list. Leave comments. Especially if you don't like YouTube, whatever. Leave us some comments and let us know. So this is my list. I'm just giving you y'all came here, so I'm gonna give you my list. I'm trying to stay true to self. I'm not gonna let the industry dictate, No, sorry. And there's a lot of people I didn't listen to because it's too much. You see on my list, it's a lot I didn't get to. So that's everybody. Because if you didn't get to these, I can say the same thing about you. So you didn't get to them. It's all good. Who cares? Rock what you rock with. But that's my list. Now we finna switch over.
Okay.
Real quick to this thing we like to call hip hop.
Hip hop.
And I'm gonna pass it to my boy Jonny, and he gonna give you his dope spades hand because it's all aces. Don't worry. He only got 3 in the possible, but it's aces and a queen. Don't worry about it. So, you know what I'm saying? Passing this mic over, man.
Man, yeah, shout out, man. So before we get started, man, I just want to throw out a disclaimer again. This is my list, motherfuckers. So forget what y'all talking about. But with that being said, man, I got 3 in the possible. This last year, it felt good to really start listening to music again. And hip-hop music is starting to take a shift and a turn back to the things that I loved and the things that I remembered about hip-hop. So I'm excited for that. I don't know if people is like paying attention, but there's a shift happening in the music, the frequency of the music. I think you kind of hinted at it last week. We're not really talking about the depression no more. We're not really talking about all of the drugs no more. People's talking about real stories, real things that they going through. So shout out to the artists like Rod Wave, man, who be out here talking about real life.
Right. I just don't want to hear that in the club.
Not in the club. Not in the club. But with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my honorable mention. This first project right here, honorable mention, and this brother is somebody I really, really vibe with, man. I'm all about the vibes, man. And so this ain't the most lyrical project out there. This ain't the best project out there, but this was one of my favorite projects that I was riding to this year. And that's that Larry June Orange Print.
Hey,
sock it to me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my Uncle Larry. Shout out to my nephew Larry.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So I mess with June, man. And if y'all don't have a chance to rock with Larry June, man, he has a lot of fun in his music.
Goddamn.
He has a lot of fun. His ad-libs is fun.
The best ad-libs in the business right now, period.
And he representing for the organic lifestyle. He talking about that healthy stuff. He telling you to invest. He telling you to get stocks. He telling you to hydrate. Man, shout out to June, man.
And he love his orange juice too, and he love his smoothies, bro.
Yeah.
But he be like, "Hey, bitch, can you pass me that smoothie right there? Thank you, bitch. Thank you, bitch."
You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to my guy June, man. Real vibey brother. At number 3, this is hard because I don't know whether to put 2-3 or 3-2. At number 3, we going to a brother that I done mentioned here before.
Okay.
As somebody that I mentioned on the first episode. As somebody I really vibe with, man. And that's this brother Trev Rich, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, Trev Rich got a project called Out the Dark, man. And if y'all haven't had a chance to go check out Out the Dark, go check out Out the Dark. He got at least 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks on there that you don't skip it.
He just said he got a project that you don't skip.
You don't skip
5,
it.
6, 7, 8, 12.
Yeah, you don't skip the project. You just go through and you let it vibe and you ride, man. And I think one of those favorite songs that I vibe to off of there is that Late Night Drives, man. When you just out cruising, you take that shift to get your mind together, man. It ain't nothing like it, man. So shout out to my guy, Trev Rich, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who he was before you brought him up.
Man, shout out, man.
And I went and got it. You know, I tell you, I'm a supporter. He played that track. So, oh no, he got something.
Yeah.
I went and I'm like, yo, this album is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's tough. So get that.
Man, get
Trev
that,
Rich.
Man. Trev Rich, Out the Dark, man. Like, I got put onto it this year. Didn't know who Trev Rich was before the summer. I didn't know who he was before the summer.
Don't matter. We know now.
We know now. And y'all will too. Coming in at number 2.
Deuce out the roof.
This might necessarily be one of the best projects to drop this whole year. I just haven't had the chance to give it the full listen that it deserves.
Okay. Is this my lady?
This your lady, man.
Ooh.
This your lady, man. Now, this is another artist who I hinted at on the first episode, but I didn't get a chance to talk about him. When we talk about artists who deserve to be household names, artists who deserve to get that blow up, artists who do this for the love of the craft, artists who tell a story, artists that perform.
Artist that's been doing the work, bro. Discography long.
Man, we can't look past Little Sims.
Tell him.
Shout out to Little Sims. That's little like it sounds, Little Sims with a Z. She dropped a project called Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. Now, I don't know about y'all, right? Like, I have a lot of expressive personality, but at my natural core, in my natural element, I will be what I consider an introvert. I like to call myself an extroverted introvert or an ambivert to just be simple. But I'm an extroverted introvert. And so when I hear this project of Little Sims talking about her life experiences as an introvert and seeing the world and observing the world and storytelling from her perspective, that's the type of stuff that get my jollies off, man.
Yeah, man, that is just a preview. That is on my list too.
Man,
shout out Lil Sims.
Shout out to Lil Sims, man. So I love you, hey, and so I hate you. So shout out to Lil Sims, and coming in at number 1.
Okay,
man, and disclaimer: I didn't get a chance to listen to a lot of the popular projects. I got Cole downloaded. I didn't get a chance to listen to Cole. I'm sorry.
He's slow for that.
I didn't get a chance to listen to Cole. I didn't get a chance to listen to Donda. I know a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about Kanye West. But Kanye West, listening to College Dropout is the reason why the Zik Tape 2 is the way that it is. He made me reevaluate my craftsmanship. So shout out to Kanye. I didn't get a chance to listen to Donda. I didn't get a chance to listen to J. Cole. I don't think I'm going to listen to Drake. With that being said, the top project that I had a chance to listen to this year, Mick Jenkins' Elephant in the Room. Mick Jenkins' Elephant in the Room.
Tell him why, please.
Things You Could Die For Being Black. That song alone is the reason why this project is number 1. You get what I'm saying? Things you could die for while being black.
I just want to smoke my weed. I just want to love my girl.
Man.
And it's so wavy. And I'm like, do y'all know? I was at a listening party and I had to tell them. I said, hold on before you go to the next track. I know y'all vibing, but everything he listed was something that somebody in America has gotten killed for.
I'm like, man, I'm almost ready to let these people hear something off of here, man. But go check out Mick Jenkins' Elephant in the Room. I know you said that your favorite song off of there is Scottie Pippen.
That's one of them. It's a love song. He's good at rapping love songs, and he takes a different angle. He said, I was tripping. It was definitely, it's like you. I can't do this on my own without you. I was bullshitting. He's from Chicago. I'm Scottie Pippen. I'm number 2. You number 1 in my life. So you Jordan. I'm Pippen. And that take and him being from Chicago, I understand. And I'm like, this is a wow of a love song. But to give it the rapper's perspective and wordplay for a love song to his woman and to back it up with another song. Right after that, with Gucci Tried to Tell Us, lost in the sauce.
Man,
listen, because you ain't got no sauce. It takes seasoning. You can't be born with seasoning. So yeah, man, Mick Jenkins, man, that's one of my favorite. And I want to say on this song Truffles, I have a hunch that the producer on that song also produced Saba's song Life. It's very similar. Man, I think it probably is. They both, so it probably is, but I'm like, all right, I like how they did that on Truffles. Man,
shout out to Saba Life too. That's funny. I just shared that song on a post earlier. Oh. Yeah, shout out to Saba, man. I haven't had a chance to get into the catalog, but I know you done played a couple songs where I'm like, yeah, he's on my list. So
yeah, I made him a couple fans in Omaha when he came to perform, bro. Like, I was in a group chat and I'm like, yo, I'm going to this concert. Anybody trying to go with me? It's my birthday. It was my birthday the next day. and we went to the concert. I ended up getting basically the meet and greet without having to pay for it because I hung around and I found $100 on the floor that night. That was a great birthday.
That was a beautiful night,
man. Pictures, sign, bro, we was out.
Man, shout out to the people, man, out here discovering the music, man. You made me think about, like, how did I come across Mick Jenkins? Shout out to Coro, man. Shout out to my boy Coro Corleone, man. Remember he was playing that Smokers Anthem by Mick Jenkins, man. That's a very, very wavy track, man. Yeah. Very wavy. So just getting into Mick Jenkins this year, very impressed with Elephant in the Room, man. So you said that you got your top 10 of hip-hop albums, right?
Yep.
Man, so we're going to get back and turn it over to you, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, we going to get through this. I don't want to be here all day. And I don't want y'all fighting me. I got hands. Catch me at the gym. Stop playing me. I'm boxing. All right.
Man, shout out to B&B Boxing.
You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. But I'm going to give y'all, I tried to condense it. Look, y'all, this is just some of the stuff I bought. I write in cursive too. But there's some of the stuff I bought this year. All different names, different artists. And again, these are some of my favorites. You can go argue with your mama and argue with your homies. But I'm going to give you some of my favorites. And some I had to re-listen to. And some I know I just missed. But before I start, I'm going to name 5 of them that's like honorable mention for me for different reasons. And with that, I'm going to start in my honorable mention. I'm going to start with one of our guys that we mentioned here from Omaha. My guy, Yada Man, with Jimmy.
Yeah, shout out to Yada.
We saw him perform. It's good to see him perform, man. I love Yada, man. And, dope project. And he makes good projects. So, shout out Yada.
I just caught myself earlier before we started recording singing that Stacy's Mom guy going on. So, shout out to Yada, man.
Right. Another honorable mention on my list, I got Common as an honorable mention on my list. Common made, A Beautiful Revolution Part 2. This was more of his vibe again. That was super. It should have been featuring PJ, as it should have been Common and PJ presents A Beautiful Revolution, because she on like 8 of the songs or something. But this is a super dope project. One of the best tracks on the year on there, When We Move, featuring Black Thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's super good, man. Like, this is a hard list, bro. So, Common didn't get up there. Like, I ain't gonna say he didn't get up there. It's just I didn't number him. Another one, Sylvan LaQ. I talked about him.
You did.
Sylvan LaQ came out with 3 EPs. The Young Sylvan Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3.
All in 2021?
2021. They were like 3 tracks each, I believe.
Shout out to Working.
Yeah, and super. He's a rapper, bro, and talking about his life and the different phases and how he puts it together, bro. Like, if you get a chance, check out Sylvan LaQ, Young Sylvan EP 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 more honorable mentions. I'm going to go with Russ on Chomp 2. It just came out like a week ago or something, or a couple weeks ago. So I've only been able to play it once. And Russ, I was a fan of Russ when he was dropping them songs every week, bro. But on this project, Russ, his features, he got a lot of features. I usually don't like a lot of features. I'm not going to lie. That's like a cheat code. Like, you got everybody rapping. His features act like they was trying to kill him on the track. Everybody came with the thunder.
Renegade, huh?
Man, I'm like, what are y'all trying to do to him? So Russ had to rap. Russ rapped. So it's the only reason he ain't in my top 10 because I did not get a chance to really digest it and get into it like I really wanted to.
It's kind of hard to put something in your top 10 after a week of listening to it anyway. Like, the real testability of a track is to play it over and over the course of time. So
yeah, man, Russ. Listen, it might be when you go back. I'm telling y'all, if you get a chance, if you don't like Russ, that's on you, because Russ do it all, and that's a self-made man. But them features, he got a lot of respect in the game. You can tell about who's featured on his album and how they rapped on it. I'm talking, they ate, bro. Everybody ate. It's crazy. And then my last honorable mention, and I love this young man, another Nigerian brother of mine, played this song on a couple episodes ago. Wale, for Lauren 2. As a cohesive project, it's not for me. It almost felt mixtape-ish in the fact that it's more of a lot of different tracks. But if we keep it in the bean, over half his tracks are singles that can run. They can run fast. So he got one of the waviest songs of the year too. You know what I'm saying? The one I play, you know what I'm saying? So Wale, when it comes to albums, I really revere cohesive projects.
I think Wale has always kind of been like a little bit undervalued, especially like you think of like some of his peers and some of the people who come out of his graduating class, the Coles, the Big Seans, Kendrick,
and Big Crit,
and ASAP Rocky.
So
like I remember they was all on that track together. But like when you think of some of his peers, it's like Wale don't get some of the respect that some of his peers get.
Right, and his pen is as nasty as him and Big Crit don't get the respect they should be getting.
Yeah,
and Wale's pen is unique, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people really grasp that. Like his pen is unique.
He gotta let it loose. Like when Crit felt disrespected, he dropped Mount Olympus,
man,
and he let people know what it is and what it wasn't.
And even though he still like radio wise ain't there, and the rest of the world knew like, nah, he put his name somewhere.
Yeah.
He might not ever sell out the arenas, but he gonna have one of the most constant, diehard fan bases. And I don't think as an artist, I might want that more, because the big arenas they shift based on popularity and stuff. That base ain't going nowhere, and I'm in that base. So shout out Crit, man. Shout out Wale, man. That he got them songs on there, bro. It's a lot of singles, and just spin them how you want to spin them, like a lot. So please get that for Lauren too.
Okay.
And my top 10. I'm telling you, we are the Streets A&R Podcast.
Podcast.
So I'm going there. We starting out with some going there that you don't know, and I'm putting the young brother on. I got a brother at number 10 coming from Nashville, Tennessee. I told y'all about Nashville. This is Ro Marquez, No Roads. Remember that song I played? If I Park, it's going to be a whole nother party. That's his song.
Okay.
And he got a couple other ones. Ro Marquez, when I listened to it the first time, I didn't grasp it. I had to play it a couple times, and I sat and listened. I'm like, my goodness. He made an album. It's extremely beautifully orchestrated. He made an album that could be placed, have almost nearly every song as a placement on a movie. Like most people think, oh, just a hot song. No. Certain songs are designed for certain moods and certain styles. His songs, I believe, could be placed on movies. Like literal placements, and I could see it being in that arena. So I hope he's doing that and shopping it. But I'm telling you, when you hear this project, No Roads by Ro Marquez, I'm telling you, it sounds like if you were watching a movie, you would know when the block hot. Oh yeah, the block is hot. Oh baby, the block's hot. And I'm like, that's like, that would be a dope scene of somebody like getting arrested and they got to run. And it's another song that's like that. But it's like, it's different things. Ro Marquez, No Roads, and number 10 for me. Number 9, another one. His brother, I think he's out of New Orleans.
Okay.
But he don't got New Orleans sound, but he's from New Orleans. His brother named Pell, Pell. Floating While Dreaming Too. This project was smooth as butter. And I'm a fan of Pell. Pell experiments with sounds. Pell he's not locked into saying, I'm from New Orleans, I'm going to make this style. No. He's always going to be forever influenced by it, but he is very unique. And I think this project, this was a year of artists, and my number 1 did it too, of dialing back a little bit of the abstract to grasp more of the mainstream. Just to take them along with you, because sometimes you're too far out there, you can't cast your ride back for them. So I think some people got too ahead of not themselves, others. They got too ahead of others, and people kind of cast them off. But Pale did a great job of bringing it back. I like his other stuff. I like the abstract. I talk about all the time how I really love SZA's old stuff when she was out there more than.
I like the Z album.
Listen,
that Z album, the Z album, man, with Kendrick on that Babylon.
Yeah. So I like the I like the other stuff. So, but sometimes you dial it back to come grab everybody else and bring them with you. Solange did it. Then she came back with her. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Pale, man. Pale, Floating While Dreaming Too, at number 9. Number 8. We got number 8 for me. I don't care if you try to shoot me. I'm gonna hit you. Number 8 for me is J. Cole, the off season. I did get a chance to listen to it.
Shout out to the off season.
And it may be number 8 just because it was so early in the year. He wasn't scared. That's one thing he know everybody makes these lists. Cole ain't afraid to be like, I don't care. I'm that dude. Bop, take it. And it's still the offseason. We ain't in the game yet. So he played on this his whole career. He's pulling back from his career. Same like Mick Jenkins pulled back. Because you remember on the little EP he had the circus, there was an elephant on it. That was in the circus. Now, so understand, artists are very.
I haven't followed Mick like that, but so like
Okay.
with Cole, I could follow it. Okay, Friday Night Lights, the come up, the warm up, all of that different, the off season.
Yeah.
I could follow Cole.
Cole's last album is probably gonna be called The Reunion, the Reunion Tour. That's when you know it's gonna be the final. It's all reference to Bass Hooping. So I don't know. I hope I didn't spoil. I mean, we can find Cole. He worked with the homies here. If y'all ain't seen that, the documentary
Out of Omaha.
Omaha, man. Out of Omaha. We know the homies.
Yes, sir.
Like they still out here, man. Twins, you know what I'm saying? So we good. So J. Cole, he got a lot of singles. I know Young Guy said he heard a few because he was in his creative bag. When you get a chance to, you gonna be like, yo, this album, this project tough now.
And that's Cole, man. Like Cole is one of them people, period. I remember when I first heard Cole. I remember the first song I heard from Cole. First song I heard from Cole was Two Faces. Two Faces. Like Cole was different, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Cole was different.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's always a battle of who's better, Dot or Cole. I'm a Dot head, but I'll say this about Cole. I really feel like in the last 2 years, Cole didn't just mash the damn gas. He lit the gas pedal in the car on fire and shot it out with a jet engine. Every verse he touched, I'm like Cole. I'm like, okay, I hear y'all. I hear you. I like Cole. I really do. I got all the project.
Man.
But this last 2 years, Cole been going nuts, bro. Nuts. And he's finna really see what's going. I'm telling you, I think he really getting started. It's the off season. We ain't in the game yet, and we ain't on the reunion tour. I'm telling you, it's coming. Yeah. So that's my number 8. My number 7, OG, man. He did it again. He probably gonna be up for a Grammy. But Nas, King's Disease 2.
Man, shout out to Nas.
Hey, I tried not to because I'm like, he had it last year. I tried, bro. I went and listened to that just like the other day, like 2 days ago. I'm like, nah, he rapped more on this one than the first. He was rapping.
I didn't check out King Disease 2. I checked out King Disease 1.
Yeah,
Fire.
bro. He was rapping on this. He was in it. And I'm going to do a bonus thing of verse of the year. Or a couple verses I just got to get off. But, yeah, man, Nas on King Disease 2. That was tough, bro. And Hit Boy, man, they got something. Him and Hit. Hit is able to help bridge that generational gap too. He's our age, you know what I'm saying? And just the resurrection, bro. They really say hip hop is a young man's game. I'm like, nah. It's like you want to be like an NFL kicker. Keep making your money, keep doing your thing, stay as long as you can. Everybody, we want to be Tom Brady. All these young man games, but the old heads is running them.
I think that's something that Nas kind of showed us was kind of like a blueprint of how to do it for people like myself who feel like my music might not fit into this style, this time period. I think Nas showed us a blueprint of how to stay relevant.
Yep. So Nas was at my number 7. My number 6, I got my girl Lil Sims.
Okay. Shout out Lil Sims.
Sometimes I might be an introvert. Again, if y'all ain't heard Point and Kill, if I want it, it's mine. You can't stop me, yo. Yeah, so Little Sims, Unstoppable. She's winning, I think, Mobo Awards or Moby in the UK. She's winning awards, just not over here. But we got to get it here. Again, she's 1 and 2 with Rhapsody on my list. I don't know. Depending on who dropped.
And bruh, and I mean, for me, check out that Tiny Desk concert series she did, bro.
One of the first people to really move the camera around, and it changed the whole dynamic of the show. Lil Sims did that. That was tough, bro. Her Tiny Desk was tough. This Tiny Desk was tough. And she stays on Colors performing. So Lil Sims at 6. Going to my 5. Number 5, it came out a little later this year. Not your typical whatever. He is a Crip for real.
Okay, I know who that is. That's my guy.
Maxo Cream, man. Maxo Cream in the building, man. Weight of the world.
I thought you was talking about my other guy when you said he a Crip.
No.
I should have known he was a little higher up your list.
Yeah, Maxo Cream, man. His first song is called Christian, like Christian, but Crip. So I'm not making this up. I'm just telling you what he said. But Maxo, that album, tough. And his last album was really good. This album, he even dived more. He's the magnificent at opening it up by opening up about himself and what he's dealing with. Talking about his brother being killed, his cousin killing himself. Like diving immediately in and all the stuff he got to deal with, the weight of the world. Dealing with his health and his space, battling, using, and then like, whatever, I'm going to just be doing these. I done made every project high, whatever. And just seeing that and still giving you some of that that hood shit, that cranked up shit. I mean, he got some dope features, and it's Maxo made a project, bro. Like,
I'm gonna have to check him out. Maxo
Cream, man. Of course, with a K. He ain't gonna
shout out
Maxo Cream. My number 4. Where we at? My number 4 was my brother Mick Jenkins. That was my number 4. We talked about Mick already. Mick is one of my favorite artists. Has been for a while. Just a long time. I'm a Mick Jenkins fan. I drove to Iowa City. That's 4 hours away from here to go see Mick. And I think that's the concert. Did we come? No, that's the concert we stayed the night. So I went down there and I got a couple signed posters, pictures. You know what I'm saying? It's that brother is he cold, man, and extremely thoughtful. And watch him work on his sound, and then on this project, we want to have a specific sound. And I think it's number 4 for me because I do think some of the production, he just wanted a very specific tone. And he didn't let himself be able, because he had to get this off. That's why it's called Elephant in the Room. So I like a little bit more freedom up in exploration, but I know what he was doing, and I'm with him. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he went there, man. I mean, I think that Elephant in the Room, he even talked about like some of the artists that people allow themselves to be influenced by. And like for me, when I heard that song, you know, it was not too long after the Astro World event happened. And so it had me being super susceptible to like, what are the influences in music that we going with? Because like, it's cool to mosh pit and mosh pit and all that stuff and turning up, but like at what point is safety in there? And I think that was something, the music that we're allowing to move through us, we got to be conscientious of. Yeah,
and we got to actually know what that music is supposed to do. If you're not used to a mosh pit crowd and it's not real moshers, I don't suggest doing it. That's a genre. That's a thing. That's a part of a different culture. You got to be careful when you're entering things in somebody else's culture. So if you're not accustomed to it, and you're just regular degler, y'all don't know the rules and regulations in this.
Shout out to Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Curry.
And you know, it's the rock and rockers, not even just the hip hop. I'm talking about the rockers, bro. Like, it's a different. I worked at a concert venue. I love watching when the rockers come and they moshing. We even get told sometimes, like, they tell you, say they know how to control themselves. You can tell if something getting out of control. You think it's out, it's not. They're very controlled. They know what they're doing. And you can tell the ones who too drunk or don't know what they're doing. So it's a different thing. And when you in that larger crowd, probably shouldn't be happening at all. But, you know, it is what it is. But, man, Mick, man, we need you down here.
Yeah.
Come kick it.
Hey, and I like what he signed on your poster, too. Because I tell my students that all the time.
Yeah, man.
I tell them take care of their teeth, and I tell them make sure they drink water. He said drink more water.
Drink more water, which is a metaphor. You know, water is knowledge.
It's life.
It's life. So get more. Number 3, we're in our top 3. I got another young lady out of the blue.
Okay.
This young lady was on the Rhythm and Flow show. She got eliminated kind of early. I kid you not. She might make the best music out of that entire clique, including D-Smoke. This young lady goes by Ray Khalil.
He was talking about her last week off the air.
Yep. Ray Khalil, For the World. Man, this project just go. I don't know how to explain it. It's For the World is one word. For the World. RAE and then KHALIL. She was the young lady on there with the locks, where the little Chicago girl tried to bully her when they was doing the battles in the one-on-one. They had to do a rap battle. The girl wouldn't let her get a verse off. Ray Khalil makes music. And I hope it was this year. I think it was. I think it was like January, February. But I didn't check. But she's number 3. I don't care if it's last year. She's 3 on my list. But Ray Khalil, For the World. And just, I'm telling you, even starting out with a track, Father Forgive Me, and then going into On Fire, like a little reggae vibe to it. And the way she likes to play on the beat, it's very artistic, and it's refreshing. And I played that a lot, a whole lot. So that's number 3. Ray Khalil, number 3 on my list. All right, we getting down to it. Man. Number 2 on my list. This was tough. Number 2 on my list, man. Hey, yo. Bunny Hop. Gap Tooth T. Tyler, the Creator.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a lot of nicknames, but he'll tell you. Mr. Bolalay.
I haven't really listened to Tyler, the Creator. I just watched the interview where he was eating some pizza, and the girl was like, "Do you want me like you want the pizza?" He's like, "Nah, I want the pizza." I rock with Tyler, the Creator.
Man, his interviews are gold, bro. His last one he just did with Ebro and them is a lot of gems and a lot of he got in his stick talk. He started going. He had like, "I don't even talk like this." He had to calm himself down. And then is of course the infamous Funk Flex interview and freestyle where he was flirting with Funk Flex the whole time.
That's funny.
It was hilarious, but it was so fun to see. I don't care what nobody
That's
say.
funny.
I don't even want to get into that verse because that verse is nasty. But he's funny. Tyler came with it. He rapped to hear DJ Drama again. Like it was a mixtape, and the kids didn't know what it was.
Oh my God, bro! At one point in time, your mixtape was not official if DJ Drama was not dropping it, bro.
Man, if you didn't hear dramatic,
like
it's gangsta.
They literally tried to cancel this man. Y'all talk about cancel culture. He went to jail.
He went to prison
for mixtapes.
For mixtape, and Tyler got him on the track, man. It was lovely, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out Tyler, the Creator. This is a full project, and one of my favorite songs is one where he's talking about the girl that he wanted. And the whole, I don't even think it's a hook on her. He just going. And he go for like 6 minutes. Talking about she with another dude. I still love her. I wish she was over here. Like, he like, we just friends, but, you know, I really want you. And I'm messed up that you with him and not me, but I'm cool because I love you. So it's crazy, bro. Like that, he got to rap. And he said he made his last 2 tapes. He said, I wanted to rap. I just wanted to rap. And he rapped. He rapped. So, man, Tyler, man, what's up? Big ups to Tyler, man. And number 1 on my list, all the way from Poppy Street.
Hey, that's who I thought you were talking about earlier.
It's number 1, man. Long Beach, Poppy Street, right off Artesia. Vince Staples. Vincent Staples, man. With the Vince Staples album.
Man.
It's solid. Vince has always told us who he was and how he was. It's interesting to watch how he puts his feelings and thoughts into the music and how people receive it. And he's another one who had to dial it back a degree. His dial back though was insane because this was the most beautiful album musically I heard this year. If you could just take all words off and listen to the Sonics, go watch his live performance, Tiny Desk. And Kenny Beats is there playing instruments. Kenny Beats don't just be on a beat pad; he's on the guitar. And this album, bro, is the most sonically just pleasing thing I've heard. With that, for him to layer it with how he feels, and him really talking about it's. I want to have a Vince day. There's days on artists I want to get into, but Vince really got. Vince is one of those people who try. It's like I'm trying to do what's right, but y'all won't let me escape. So let me go where it's safe, and that's where the hell I grew up. So I'm still out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The world turned him back. He tried to do the shit for the kid. He trying to, and it's like, and he's getting that off and getting that message across and telling you about how he grew up, Lil Fade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I rock with Vince, man. I think one of my favorite songs from him, which ain't even like a long song, he got a song called Nate.
Yeah. That's his pops.
Yeah, and he's talking about the story of his pops and how his pops killed somebody. You know, like that track, powerful.
Yeah. bro, this album, bro, is top to bottom. You don't really skip. There's no skip. It's only 10 tracks. It's really 8 songs, and then even the interludes are super dope with his mom talking, then his homie, and them intertwining. But like Vince is one of our dopest wordsmiths, and he don't people don't see him as that. It's kind of weird. I don't know what they see him as. He said it too. You know, he don't be knowing, but I really, really rock with Vince, bro. Like, that's my guy. There's 3 people in the world that if I say I wanted to meet. One was Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Nip.
Yeah.
One was my favorite artist. I got to meet Saul Williams, favorite poet of all time, Saul Williams. And I got to meet him in Montreal. And third on my list is Vincent Staples. His mind, he's one of the sharpest people you will ever hear. And he's like you. His experience, he's learned, and people don't know how he's learned. But he also is an observer, extreme observer, and he's able to put that out on wax. And this is the first time people have kind of really heard him. And I'm like, he's been talking about this forever. But the music grasps you, bro. And it ain't enough I can say about this project. Vince, man, you did it. Like, you've always done it for me, I got Sean Coltrane and Sean Coltrane too. What you talking about? We at the beginning with this.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm just saying, but this album, I think he got it across where it was palatable. And his storytelling is pretty time. He's like a younger West Coast Scarface. I know he hate comparison, but the way Scarface made you feel it, that's what it does to me. I'm not saying him, but he make you feel it if you want to accept it. And you know, it's just dope, man. Are you with that? You won't get back. We gonna get that for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna talk too much because there's too many things. You know, and Vince is great at not talking about his music. The only interview I've ever seen him talk about it was on his last Drink Champs. Like when he does interviews, if he said it already, he said it. I like that about him. He want to talk about whatever needs to be talked about. I'm not finna tell me about your. No, I'm not doing that. No, we're not. You can go listen to it. You tell me about it. So, man, Vince Staples, my guy, number 1 on my list, man.
Man, and I think that was Young God's pick too, right?
Yeah, man.
Young God, man. So yeah, if you done made Young God list and you done made E list, man, you know you doing something.
You're doing something,
man. And I mean, cause like really, right? Like I take your list to heart because the list that you had in 2019. Right, where you had Add 2, you had Grip, and you had Freddie Gibbs on there. Like that Add 2 project, bro. Like that transformed me. You get like I used that song acapellally to teach my students. Like we was talking about interdisciplinary arts. Like so, if y'all haven't had a chance, man, go check out his list, man. Like I know I was making notes. Yeah. I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff, especially when it came to your non-hip hop list.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure these lists are on our Instagram, Twitter. They'll be up. I might do something in the stories as well, but they'll be up. So when the episode goes up, you'll see these lists and you'll be able to screenshot, save, repost, retweet, share. We want you to do it all, and we're gonna make sure we tag these artists in this post, and these people deserve it. And there's other people on my list I just didn't make. You know, Baby Keem stuff was hard. You know what I'm saying? Domani, T.I.'s son.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Hey, I like his little project. Anik Khan. You know what I'm saying? He had a duo. He had one called Approved and one called Denied. The music on both is dope. Luke came out.
Hey, man, I didn't even get a chance to listen to the Luke. You know, last year I was bumping that GED real heavy.
Gold Mouth, you know what I'm saying? So
bumping that GED
even
real
like
heavy.
Isaiah Rashad, I didn't get to. You get what I'm saying? The house is burning. DMX, rest in peace, DMX, Exodus. And there's another cat, my guy Price from Audio Push. He dropped the album, it's tough. And then Patrick Page. Never heard of him. If I fail, are we still cool? That's just a cold title. Patrick Page, Paige. But yeah, man, it's all kind of artists out here. IDK, man, is one of my favorite artists. You know, and of course, grip, man. I died for this. So it's all kind. But man, I made my list how I made my list. So I'm gonna put that list up. If you want other suggestions, hit me in the comments. And real quick, before we get up out of here, man, I want to say there's a couple things. We ain't got too much time, but there's just a couple dope verses that hit that really, really rocked me. One of them was on Nas project, and it was particular when Lauryn Hill got on the mic. Lauryn Hill, go find that song. I'm gonna try to look up the name of the song, man. But I just go to Nas. Lauryn Hill is on there, and she ripped. It's been a minute, man. She was just getting her shit off, and she was telling y'all about yourselves. And like, stop messing with me. Do you know who I am? Y'all, I'm out here saving souls. She said, I'm saving souls. Why y'all worried about me being late? You know what I'm saying? So that I'm trying to get to it. King's Disease. It's called Nobody. Track called Nobody. Featuring Miss Lauryn Hill. And Lauryn Hill's verse is up there as verse of the year for me. And a second verse of the year, for some reason, when it's downloaded, it messed up and did not give me the song titles. But my brother Nick Grant.
I heard that.
Yeah, you heard that.
Shout out to Nick Grant, man.
Nick Grant on his Carolina Diaries EP. It's the third track. Because on mine, it says Carolina Diaries as the title for all the songs. I don't know why. The third track, No Hook. This man goes so hard, they had to just fade him out. This man was ripping. Johnny is my witness. I played it for him.
Yeah, shout out Nick Grant, man. Like, those who don't know about Nick Grant, bro, like, I still remember when I heard that project he dropped that had gold chains on it. He had window seat, he had gold chains on that project, and he had another one, bro.
Let me see. I got you. You know I got him. Hold on. But yeah, talk a little bit more about Nick, man, real quick.
Nick Grant, bro, like one of those lyricists, bro, like one of those people who you have to like put some respect on his name, bro. Like for real, for real.
I look like I'm missing something. Was it that's Gucci plug. I feel like I'm missing something because I got Dreaming Out Loud. I got the Carolina Diaries. I got 88. I'm missing the one. Yeah, I sure am. Oh, Lord. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm blanking on the name right now. But yeah, man, that's my list. That's our list. I hope you love it. If you don't love it, I hope you love it. And then whether you do or don't, do yourself a favor, man. When you don't know something, go be curious. Go listen for yourself. Go find out. It's okay to explore. You see, I have an exploratory list, especially on the non-hip-hop side. Just go find good music. It's being made, real stuff being made.
And I see, real quick, man, honorable mention of verses, man. My boy Lil Russell, right? Like, I played a song of his that first week. I see he just redid that, do that little dance you be doing with a piano version. So that's live instrumentation version. I got to check that out. Go listen to that, man. That's a verse for y'all to go check out. It dropped this year, technically.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, yeah, we getting ready to get out of here. Before we do, New Year's coming.
Yes, sir.
And we going to bring it in right.
Right. In a safe way.
Yeah, in a safe way. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Information will be up there. I'll be DJing live. I'm going to get you the link to where we going to be on something that won't get taken down. So that's very important. So again, when we talk about being okay with click, I will be on my Mixcloud. If we can share it to some other sites, maybe Facebook, maybe YouTube, maybe Zoom, we're going to try. But if you go to my Mixcloud link, it's going to definitely be up. It's going to be running. So we going to bring the new year in right. We're going to play some good music. I'm going to show a little bit of skill, but we just going to vibe. We're going to have my brother Johnny commentating. We may have a few people run through, a very select few, being safe. But we might have us a good time here. I'm going to invite the fellas to invite somebody. Hopefully not another fella.
We're going to invite a couple females.
You know what I'm saying? Just to chill out,
Divine feminine energy in the building.
You might get to meet my new inspiration, a little Easy E.
Easy E.
She gonna definitely make a little appearance. I know she gonna be up bothering her mama. So she like take her. I'm like, all right, time for Daddy DJ. I gotta
trademark that.
Trademark soon.
Daddy DJs. Start a whole clique.
Yeah,
a whole fleet.
Yeah, man. So yeah, tune in with us. We bringing the new year in right vibes, right energy.
And just thank you for everybody that's been clicking, liking, sharing, supporting so far. You know, like the support been amazing, man. Yep. So we still trying to get that P. We ain't forgot about that P. We still trying to afford that P. So make sure y'all hitting them donations and compensating us, man. We trying to make this shit happen.
When we go live, you'll definitely be able to do some direct donations, man, and supporting all of our endeavors. We supporting y'all. We supporting the people, man. And then bringing in the new year is going to be a whole lot of stuff that we going to get off. And we going to be reinvigorated, making moves. We making moves. We moving as y'all move, when we move. You know what I'm saying? So stay with us. Shout out to Work Pro Solutions, man. They done held us down with some of the stuff in here, man. Really, really helping us with the back end as well, man. Work Pro Solutions. But, yeah, man, this is for y'all. We here. We gonna be here. We gonna keep going. Anything else?
Man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We on the road to 100 subscribers. Make sure y'all tell y'all peoples about it. Outside of that, just enjoy yourself, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Yep, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify now. We up. We're gonna have a Facebook page. We'll see. We trying to get on Apple, but we gonna be there, man. Like, make sure y'all tune in, listen. Hey, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and watch and listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like us, man, support us. Them things free.
Yes, sir.
They free right now. They gonna continue to be free. We out here, so make sure y'all support. We good. You good. Young God. We on and we out.
Peace.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.